You think they'll hold your job for you if I give you about 90 days in jail?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. You go back and think about it a little bit. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
That's fine.
So,
That's the worst I've seen in 1 year. You are charged with no insurance.
correct.
The prosecutor has not made any plea offer, and you're going to plead to no insurance, as I understand it.
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $500, not less than $200. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What's cost? Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to have any of the witness for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody threaten you to try to get you to plead to this charge
No, sir.
or promise you anything?
No.
Were you driving a car here in St. Joe County on August 2nd without having any valid insurance?
Yes, sir.
Where were you going?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
All right. You live in Indiana?
Yes, now I do. Yes.
Do you have an Indiana license?
No, I do not. I'm currently not driving. From what I know, Michigan Secretary of State suspended my license. I still haven't found.
But you may be valid in Indiana, but not in Michigan.
I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't checked. I've been having my sister drive me.
How'd you get here?
My sister, sir.
Oh, very good. You have $1,165 worth of unpaid tickets from just 2025,
Yes, sir.
allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, which they reduced from driving suspended, speeding, no proof of insurance, no proof of insurance, registration plate, and 3 speeding tickets. Why don't you put Mr. Sauve back in the lockup? We'll decide whether he's going to go to jail for Christmas.
Okay.
Are you working someplace?
Yes, sir. I actually at work tonight.
Where's that?
TH Plastics. Oh, sorry.
You think they'll hold your job for you if I give you about 90 days in jail?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. You go back and think about it a little bit. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
That's fine.
So,
He had a bad year.
So did the other guy. What happened to driver's training?
I don't know. They got a driving suspended that they reduced under ordinance, a speeding ticket under ordinance, no proof of insurance, which was reduced from no insurance, and a plate violation. It probably got defaulted, speeding, another plate violation, another speeding, another no proof of insurance, another speeding. Oh boy, that's the worst I've seen in 1 year. Plus he's got other stuff from 22 and 23 and 24. No license, speeding. All right, Mr. Sauve, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for sentencing after the first of the year and see whether you pay on any of the other stuff. I'm looking at your driving record. I don't know how it got so terrible in 1 year.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of it, I call it driving while poor. And I don't mean that as an insult. People don't have money, so they don't get their registration plate. They don't get their insurance. But you are supposed to be driving anyway because your license is suspended.
Yes, sir.
A lot of the stuff looks like maybe it got defaulted. Now, I don't expect you to pay the whole $1,600, but I want you to pay substantially on this, or I'm just going to put you in jail.
Yes, sir.
And you can pay for it with jail time. All right. I'm going to set forth sentence. You can take the cuffs off of him. But I wanted you to think about how I'd feel going to jail for keep doing this dumb stuff.
Yes, sir. I understand.
I don't want you to lose your job.
And I appreciate that, sir.
This court case starts off looking like a simple traffic situation, but very quickly, it becomes something much bigger. The defendant walks in expecting a small fine and to move on with life. But the judge immediately makes it clear, this isn't just one mistake. This is a massive pattern of reckless driving, unpaid tickets, and ignoring the law. The judge explains the no insurance charge and reminds the defendant that pleading guilty means giving up the right to a trial. The defendant agrees, admits he was driving without insurance, and explains he hasn't even been driving recently because his license is suspended. But then the judge reveals the shocking part. Over $1,100 in unpaid tickets, multiple speeding violations, plate issues, no proof of insurance over and over again, violations stretching from 2022 to 2024. At this point, the judge says it straight. This is the worst I've seen in 1 year. And that's where the tone changes. The judge isn't angry. He's disappointed. He acknowledges something real. Many people drive while poor, not because they don't care, but because life is expensive and fines pile up fast. But he also makes the hard truth clear. Struggling financially does not give anyone permission to break the law, especially when they're not even supposed to be driving in the first place. Then the consequences hit. Jail becomes a real possibility. The judge even asks if the defendant's job would keep him if he spent 90 days behind bars. And the answer is no. That's when the seriousness finally sinks in. Instead of immediately throwing him in jail, the judge gives one final chance. Pay something. Show responsibility. Prove you understand how serious this is. Or the next stop is jail time. Not to punish, but because eventually, the court has to protect everyone else on the road too. This moment stops being a routine courtroom clip and becomes real life. It's not just about tickets. It's about responsibility, consequences, and a judge hoping the defendant finally wakes up before it's too late.